Yes, very good. They're together. And what sound? Tres sonidos. Hace tres sonidos. Cuatro letras. Very good. Four letters, but it makes three sounds. Excellent, girl.
I kind of live by the word believe. It's believing that all means all, believing that blended learning is possible at every campus, in every classroom, because it benefits all kids.
3 to 5 years from now, it should be common practice. It should be not standard because we've obligated people to do it, but rather standard practice because it's a best practice.
J. And what is the sound it makes? J. Like you're gonna jump, right? Very good. All right, go ahead and do the next one. All right, girls, go ahead and remove your chips. We're gonna do the next one.
It's a unique place. 2 countries, 3 states, 3 cities, 1 community.
So Socorro is a large district in the El Paso region with about 47,000 students. We are also a high-performing school district, and we're really proud of that. I think what makes Socorro most unique is that we are always looking forward and being innovative in what we do, and I think the blended learning initiatives that we have here just are a testament to that innovation.
They knew the content before, but I think this developed just a better understanding of how to approach the TEKS when students were having gaps. When we were looking at data, where do I start? So it was a great experience for us to be able to, or a great opportunity to be able to bring in science of teaching reading, and then getting them to really dive into the content and have really purposeful conversations about tiering those activities for students and stations.
It's systematic. You start with the phonemic awareness, but then some kids don't pass the phonemic awareness and they're not ready to move on to the phonics. They're not ready to move on to the fluency. So in those small groups, you're making them strong in those areas they need. You just have to change the way you're teaching. Okay, now I'm going to do phonemic awareness. Okay, now over here we're going to work on reading comprehension because these kiddos are, they're in chapter books now. We're working on fluency. So just your teaching has to change.
We would basically focus just on the TEK, and that's what all the students would do. So what we are now doing is focusing on the needs of every student. Every student knows why they're doing what they're doing in every station. They have taken accountability and ownership for their learning and are actively involved in their SMART goal for every month.
I'm taking all of that data from every resource that we're using, and I'm able to look at it and share that with the students saying, hey, you know what? Yes, you're doing good in this area, but we need practice in this, really honing in on what those gaps are, really focusing on that specificity, and able to have the kids take that ownership.
They even explained to me, like, Miss Gian, this is what I need, I struggle with this, and like Miss Pacheco mentioned, they even celebrate each other. But look at vocabulary, for example. I made some growth there, and there's something that it really means a lot to them.
So we have the student-led conferences in which the students have on their desk, their data tracker, and that's what they use to guide the conversation with their parents. So just listening to little kindergartens, right, speak about their progress and the SMART goals that they set for themselves, I was like, wow, I want my child enrolled in Socorro ISD, right, because it's giving that opportunity that I want for my own child.
The shift that has occurred with the teachers, from new teachers who come in and say, oh my goodness, this is great, this is awesome, I'm going to be able to carry this on throughout my teaching career, to the teacher who has been in the classroom for 20 plus years and says, oh my gosh, this has breathed new life into my practice, and this has gotten me excited about teaching. What they're experiencing with their kids, that to me is what has been such a positive thing to see for us with our work.
The Charles Butt Foundation needs to know that we were awarded this grant for 3 years. Now the next project is how are we going to scale and sustain that moving forward.
So we are scaling at that our 2 middle school campuses that our elementary blended learning sites feed into, so that's going to be a natural scale process. But as part of showcasing what blended learning is as a best practice that supports student achievement, we have so many principals across the district, as well as district leadership at a cabinet level, who believe in the work and they want to see it continue to spread.
I think what's really imperative that we understand here at Socorro ISD is that our frameworks that we have for all contents have those practices already embedded within the framework from pre-K all the way to 12. Blended learning is not a one-size-fits-all. It's about personalization, and it's not for a certain group of students. It's for all learners.
Personalized learning is just best practice for student achievement. Data-driven instruction is just what should be happening in order to make sure instruction is at the level that students need it. Even though the grant is ending for us, the work certainly isn't, and the passion is going to continue.